Hello guys, once again welcome back to my channel. My name is Harshith Varma. So today we are going to learn about AI agents and agentic AI. So first is first, what is an agentic AI? Agentic AI is a new type of artificial intelligence that can act and make decisions on its own. So that means it is a kind of artificial intelligence system which is super advanced, which can think and make decisions on its own. If you can see, unlike a regular AI, which just follows the instructions of the user, but agentic AI can start making tasks on its own. So the only thing is that we don't need to give constant input as a user to the agentic AI. If we give just one input, means based on that input, it can take remaining all other decisions. So before understanding the agentic AI, let's first see what is an agent. So what is an AI agent? So an AI agent is something that can understand tasks. That means AI agents can understand tasks assigned to them and process them and complete the action without any human interruption. That means first, if a human gives any kind of input, means no need to give any constant input afterwards. So humans need not to give any constant input. If he gives a input for the one time means, so that will be enough. Based on this input only, the agent will think on its own and will do actions. And sometimes even human input is also not required when we activate the agent whenever a specific time has been occurred. That means if we tell the agent that please run the action every day at 8 a.m. means it will run. We don't need to even give any input also in such cases. But the thing is that in normal AI, to get any kind of outputs and to perform any tasks and all, we need to tell it to do like that and like this. But in AI isn't, we need not to tell anything. Just once if we set the instructions means it will run on its own and it can think on its own and it will give us the answers. And one more thing about this AI agents is that they use digital tools. So they use tools such as Google Calendars, Google Browser, and email, and all other things to complete their tasks. For example, if I tell that please send a email to Harshith on a particular time means, so this agent will automatically go to my email account and it will fetch all the details of Harshith from my Google Sheets or any other database which I had provided it as a tool. And it can read my email, that means Harshit's email, and it will send mail to that person on the specific time mentioned. So it can easily go through the all the databases and see what is my mail, and it will go to my email, and it can easily send me a message. So that is the use of using the digital tools. And one other thing is that these agents will have a brain, right? So to work or to function effectively, these AI agents will use some brains. So that brain is nothing but LLMs. So they will think using LLMs. AI agents can use advanced LLMs to process information and make decisions. So we have given information like, okay, please send an email to Harshit at 8 a.m. every day. So to understand that it has to use any Google email, or to understand that it has to go to my database to see what is the email of Harshit, it has to have some kind of brain. So that brain, it can use LLMs as a brain to it. And collaboration also, one more thing. They can collaborate with other agents to achieve complex goals that require multiple specialized skills. Because one agent might be specialized in one task, and another agent might be specialized in another task, and another agent might be specialized in another task. What these agents can do is that they can collaborate with each and every other agent, and based on the inputs and outputs of each agent, they can communicate and they can make the process simpler and make the things very, very easy. I mean, the complex things can become very, very easy by collaborating of the agents. And now let us see how agentic AI works. So by now you should have understood that agentic AI is nothing but a group of agents. That means group of AI agents working together or collaborating together is called agentic AI. That means when multiple agents work together and exchange information and coordinate actions toward a specific shared goal, they form a multi-agent system. This multi-agent system is nothing but agentic AI. So the power of agentic AI comes from this ability to create networks of specialized agents that can communicate and work together seamlessly, much like a human team would collaborate on complex projects. So we can see, right, if in a software company, if any project has been came means different teams will collaborate, like developing team, testing team, and several different teams like architecture team. So all other teams will combine together and they will work together to a specific goal, that is the end project goal. So similarly, AI agents also will do like that. They will have a specific task, and what these agents will do is they will communicate with each and every agent, and finally they will work together on a collaboration to complete this particular task. So this is about agentic AI. Now let's see what is the difference between traditional automation and agentic AI. You may think that automation has been for so many days, and what's the use of this agentic AI? So let us see about traditional automation. Traditional automation will work based on some predefined rules. That means if I tell some any kind of if else conditions means it can work, or all the definitions should be defined previously only in traditional automation. But it cannot make a decision without any fixed rules. That can be rectified by agentic AI. For example, let us say that I'll tell that please send a mail to Harshith. So it will go to my email, and it will also go to my Google Sheets and see whether my email is present in that Google Sheet data or not. And it will come back and give an error if that email is not there. But agentic AI is not like that. So it will first go to, it has access. Actually, usually agentic AI, we can give access to all our tools. So if my email is not in my Google Sheets data means it will go to some other information which I have provided and it will check. So automatically. So when we tell to send an email, it will first go to the tools which I have provided and we'll see whether my email is present or not. If not present means it will think and it will try to go to my email and search for any other mails which I have sent previously to the person Harshit, so that based on that mails also it can send particular mails. So it can think on its own and like same like human. So if robots don't have any kind of data means what they will do, they will not send an email, they will tell that an error has been occurred. But if we tell the same information to humans means what they will do, okay, if that particular person's email is not in the Google Sheets or any other database means they will try to look for another ways, like searching the emails which were sent previously, whether those mails have any kind of information about this particular person, like that. So similarly, agentic AI will work without any kind of fixed rules. And yeah, I told you, right, cannot. So this traditional automation cannot adapt to unexpected changes, which we discussed just now. If email is not there, but agentic AI learns and adapts in real time. And traditional AI works on, I mean, traditional automation works on following linear and some static workflows. But agentic AI uses a dynamic and goal oriented collaboration. Also, one more thing is that traditional automation requires large amount of programming and it will have higher chance of failing whenever some conditions might change. But the agentic AI, in contrast, didn't require that much of coding, and also it can be like adapt to and self-directed, much like a human team. So real world use case of agentic AI can be this one, that is hiring process automation. Traditionally, when some company is hiring a person, so the HR staff will manually scan resumes. That means when a user sends, when the applicants like job applicants sends the resumes, the HR staff will manually scan the resumes, and scheduling is done by some other people. That means the if HR staff tells that this resume has been shortlisted, those details will be given to another team. So that team will schedule the meeting, and emails will be sent by some other team to that particular candidate for a job interview role. And the managers will review the interview feedback once the interview has been finished. So this requires a different kinds of persons or teams involved in it. But agentic AI can also do this kind of approach without any human resources. Like resume, for example, resume screening agent will be there, which uses LLM to identify top candidates, and scheduling agent. So the scheduling agent will access calendars. That means it will see my calendar and see what is the best time for me to schedule a meeting with a particular person, and it will schedule. And communication agent, it can send and track candidate communications. That means when we schedule a meeting and resume has been shortlisted, this communication agent will work together with the scheduling agent and resume screening agent and send a mail to the person that you have a interview on this particular day. And feedback agent, this feedback agent collects evaluations and shortlists of the top applicants after completion of the interviews. So the traditional hiring workflow can be easily replaced by this agentic AI approach. So this is the real world use case of hiring process automation. That means using the agentic AI approach. Now let us see key components of an AI agent. So we understood what is the use of the AI agent and agentic AI until now. But now let us see how this AI agent will work. So the AI agent, to do any task, it requires a brain. So for that brain, it will use LLMs. For example, it will use GPT-4, Cloud, Gemini, or any other kind of LLMs. So the purpose of using this is that understands the context and reasons and generate decisions. So this brain can be used to understand context, reasons, and it will generate decisions on its own. And the tools also, as we discussed. So if you give the tool access like email, calendar, and internal company databases means, so it interacts with the external world and perform actions, because the LLM will now have access to all these tools. It will go to these tools and check whether there is a required information or not, and based on that, it can easily do the tasks. So let us see some more real world applications of agentic AI which were widely used nowadays. One is conversational agents. That means the chatbots that can take actions. For example, if a person want to schedule a meeting with us means, he can directly contact us, and our AI agent can easily see what is the best time for us to schedule a meeting with him, and it can automatically schedule a meeting without our interference. That is the one of the best chatbots improvement nowadays. They can take actions, not just responding like okay, we will schedule a meeting. Like that, it will not tell. It will tell that okay, I have scheduled a meeting for you at this time, please join in the meeting using the below link. Like that, it can directly tell. And the business process automation, so as we discussed, it's like a HR automation, like screening the applicants and selecting the applicants. And it can be used in healthcare, finance, and all other things. There were so many other things which were widely used nowadays. And now, yeah, this is all about agentic AI. So agentic AI is the really next evolution of automation. Rather than some rule based systems, it can enable autonomous systems without any constant input. And yeah, so this is all about agentic AI. Finally, agentic AI is nothing but autonomous. It can do things uh, automated, and it can be adaptive, and it can be collaborative, and transforms how tasks are completed, not just with speed but with the intelligence. So this is all about AI agents and agentic AI. So thank you guys. Let's meet in the next video then. Thank you.